Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of It's a Dire Thing, Judgment Day. What is that? Why am I not on a bike? And what are we doing? Well, we are here in the northern of Toronto region of Ontario, Canada, with a group by the name of RTI, Rider Training Institute. Basically what that is, it's a motorcycle riding training institute, right? So this is a facility or an institute, a school that teaches everybody on the basics of motorcycle function and riding, along with the advanced riding portion of it. So for those who either have some interest in learning how to ride a motorcycle and would like to venture in the motorsports world on the street, then they would have to obtain a motorcycle license, and therefore the best way to do it is actually through an institute, is actually through a schooling program that would teach you how to ride. So that's what these guys do here at RTI. So there's all the guys in the high vis, they're there and they're teaching all these new riders, whether if they've had some riding experience in motorcycle off-road or whatever it may be, or some people that have had a license many years ago and let it lapse and need to gain a new one again. So that's what these guys do. They spend their weekends, big enthusiasts and everyday workers through the week. They come here on the weekend and then they teach and they introduce people into the sport of riding motorcycles. RTI offers multiple different kind of courses, from an intro course to the basic M2 course to the full M exit course. Now that here in Ontario, it's just different classifications of motorcycle tiers motorcycle licensing tier that you go through in order to obtain a full motorcycle license. So yeah, for the most part, these guys they're fantastic. Like, they devote all their time for this kind of cause, which is super cool. And the outcome of this, through the course of RTI, not only are you recognized as a certified proper motorcyclist, it does benefit all riders who do this program for both insurance, and also they've affiliated with many retailers and dealers and stuff like that, where it gives them some discounts and stuff. So anyways, long story short, we are here, Judgment Day. These guys are being out riding now for 2 days or a day and a half now. So they did all day Saturday, and we are here now again Sunday morning, riding for the morning until noon, and then from noon is when they will do the actual motorcycle M2 or middle tier, I guess you'd want to call it, test. That enables them to now be able to ride on all the Ontario highways as well as at nighttime, and basically all the streets. So it does open up their play yard for sure. So just here, just checking them out, because a lot of the staff that are here today are staff that work for us at Yamaha Motor Canada, even though again that this is not an affiliated with Yamaha Motor Canada video, but it's definitely nice to come out and encourage and see the staff and friends who do the course and just kind of get to that one next level of motorcycling experience, right? So pretty good, man. It's a lot of these guys started off not even knowing any function of a motorcycle, to the point where they're emergency braking, emergency turning, shifting gears and everything. Like, these guys are really, really, really good. For the most part, I mean, I'm personally very impressed. I just get so excited when I see these kinds of improvements and how fast people improve and adapt to new situations. It's really fantastic. So anyways, thank you very much for tuning in, and again, for your subscriptions. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Love the thumbs up. Comments. Feel free to jot down any comments, any questions and stuff like that. I will definitely be putting down the information about RTI, where to go, who to contact, and stuff like that. Basically, their website. You can see that they have social media, so check them out. Like if you're within the GTA area, guys, like hands down, these guys are really, really awesome. There are many different schools within the GTA area, but don't overlook RTI, right? Just check them out. They're awesome, awesome, awesome enthusiasts. Cheers. Peace. Be good. Have fun. Enjoy. Life of motorcycle. What do you think? Tired. Tired. He's like, get the damn camera off of me. I don't like it.
Your legs hit them when you're walking forward or back.
Like I have a bruise on the inside of my leg.
Well, because you keep whacking, whacking your legs?
You should see my leg. Look. Do you see?
Yeah. Oh, damn! That's kind of like a BMX pedal whack. What time is it now? So we must be getting close to. You guys get ready? Huh?
Or a blue bruise.
Yeah, in 15 minutes. The what?
Blue bruise.
Oh, and you got hairy legs, girl. Need the shade.
Shave for this crap? Pants.
Huh?
My pants for today.
You gotta say though, those boy jeans are comfortable, aren't they?
No, they're actually not.
They are.
Comfortable.
They
I
are
like
comfortable.
have to pull them down every once in a while.
Pull them down.
Yeah.
Why?
Because they're too
Your
high
hips are
up.
pulling them up. I'll go get your size 30
Is it
and
50? What size are you, huh?
He's-
42?
34.
30.
Oh, exactly.
I was looking at him when we were in Subway eating, and I'm just like, dude, man, your Pepsi logo is like 3D.
Yeah, I was going to say that today, but I'm like, maybe I shouldn't.
And I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at his face, and I'm like, he's getting old. He's getting old.
We're the same age
You're looking like a little old man, little old baldy, fatty man.
We love that.
12 minutes to
It's
go.
alright. It's enjoyable. It's fun. Why would you want to be not
So, like I said, I got,
excited?
you know, the water case that's in there. That's mine.
I
And
saw
then,
your lunch
and
bag.
then the lunch bag on top of it is all the fruit snacks. So go have some fruit, get some natural sugars going on. You'll be fine for the afternoon, right? Give you a good energy, long-term energy. All right, I'll get the rain suits and we'll head on over there now.
Talking about before, every lesson builds on each other. So going from the friction zone, we're still using the friction zone, right? Riding with the throttle, we're going to implement that into this lesson, but we're just going to build on to your next skill. So when we talk about shifting gears, there's a few things we're going to consider. And can everyone see me okay? Maybe I'll turn the bike a little bit. I want you to be able to see my shifting side, but so talk to me about how we move off. So when we're moving off and we want to ride just like we did in the last lesson, what do we do? How do you start?
5 cc's.
Well, no, that's starting the bike. Right?
That's the only one that I remember.
If I'm about to move off, what am I doing first?
Ease off.
Right? So I've got the clutch in, I'm in gear. What do I do?
Throttle and ease off.
Elevate the throttle, right? Yeah. Start getting to that friction point, start to slowly release it, and then I'm back on the grips, right? So fingers are off the levers, our foot are on the pegs. So I'm riding along, so I'm in first gear. Now, each gear has a power band, okay? What power band means is, so for example, if I'm in first gear, I've got the bottom end of first gear and the top end of first gear. So that's not moving, 0 kilometers all the way up to whatever speed this bike does in first gear, okay? We're not gonna worry about speeds, we're just gonna worry about listening to the bike, feeling the bike, okay? Listening and feeling, that's what we've been using all day. We're talking about paying attention to that motorcycle. So when the engine starts to rev higher, as you open that throttle, you're going from the low end of the power band to the middle to the high end. What's gonna happen to that engine? What are you gonna hear? Yeah, you're gonna hear it rev higher. So it's gonna get high. You know that you're in the top in that power band. So anywhere from the middle to the top is where it starts to get more sensitive. That's where you have the most sensitivity on that throttle. So when you're in that mid-range, you're most responsive with that power band of that gear. So if I was in mid first gear and I start to really push the throttle, it's going to start accelerating pretty quickly, okay? Because I'm in that powerful end of the power band. When it gets too high, the bike won't want to go any faster. It'll get to its top speed, but it'll rev really high. It's really annoying. You shouldn't be in that end of the bike. You want to get out of that power band. So anywhere from the mid level of that gear to the high end, you should be switching into the next gear. Because what happens is, this is first gear. Second gear has power bands just like first gear, but they overlap each other a little bit. It's not like the top end of first gear is at the bottom end of second gear. It's not like that. It's more like this. So the mid level of first gear, the mid power band first gear, starts to kind of connect to where you should be in second gear, right? So anywhere from that mid range of first gear, you should be switching into second gear, okay? So they overlap like this, and it continues for every single gear. So from first to second to third to fourth to fifth, and it carries on, okay? So if I'm riding along, just like we did in the last lesson, I'm cruising along first gear. Now I know I'm gonna switch into second gear, so I'm getting into that mid to high end of first gear in my power band. You're gonna use like an inverted L as your technique to kind of follow what you have to do, okay? So if I'm riding, I'm on the throttle, I want to shift to second gear. First thing I'm gonna do is roll off the throttle. I'm not applying any throttle when I want to shift gears. I want to cut that throttle down. So roll off the throttle, clutch comes in, and now I'm shifting up. So I'm putting my foot underneath that shifter, clicking it up firmly. One time. Remember those gears. First gear, somewhere in the middle is neutral, then second, third, fourth, fifth. So I'm going from first, a nice firm click up to second gear. Okay, so once I've shifted into second gear, now you follow that L back. So I've done it all the way down to my foot. Now I'm going to work that L all the way back to my throttle, which means I got to get out of the clutch and back on the throttle, okay? So as you practice, you'll be more smooth with releasing that clutch and getting on the throttle. Kind of like draining water out of a shirt, right? You kind of twist it, works the same way. So when you let off on that clutch, you start to get back on that throttle. It's a nice smooth transition. Now I'm riding along in second gear, right?